100 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Well, that was really funny, huh? It's like watching the moon pool scramble to get the sea moth into place in time for the show to start. I'm hearing very angry noises out there. Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Subnautica. Last time we got ourselves a nice cozy little pad of our own, got power going, and unfortunately, we did lose the crew that was supposed to be coming here to rescue us. Not only that, but we discovered that we're infected with the very bacteria that we've seen on the animals that swim around here. So now it's kind of on us to disable that weapon if we're to have any hope of ever getting away. We did learn about the existence of a bio-research facility where they were working on some sort of cure, so in a couple of directions, that's kind of our only hope. Oh, what's this? We have another radio message?
This is LifePod 4. We've landed close to the Aurora. Flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us, and I don't know how long we're gonna last. We're close to the crash site, so bring radiation protection. 4 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Okay, well, tell you what, in the editing for the last part, I did see how early on I passed LifePod 6, which also stated its direction relative to you, so that kind of narrows things down quite a lot. With our batteries now charging, that decreases our need for some of the things we don't have by quite a lot. No more acid mushrooms and copper going into stuff like that. But if we can get ourselves out of here, we need to make one last trip to the shallows for the time being. We need to grab some cave sulfur, which will allow us to build the laser cutter, which is really just the next keys to the city, allowing us to cut into all these various wrecks along the ocean floor and inside the Aurora itself. There's just something so beautiful about hanging out close to the surface, you know? I mean, deep enough that we can watch the waves passing overhead and still see what's going on below us. But these God rays, man, they're just so beautiful. It's like we're constantly pushing our way through a set of velvet curtains. Just look at this game sometimes, man. Taking even more screenshots. I'm gonna be hitting that key so often. It really is the art design that makes it all worth it, because of course you're going to be spending so much time just traversing back and forth. It needs to be. There's our cave sulfur, which will allow us to build the laser cutter. So many useful tools on us now. But oh wait, almost made a very dire mistake. We need the radiation helmet. We actually don't need the propulsion cannon for the time being. But yeah, let's put that on us, because we're going back to the Aurora. I think we still need it to go over there. We did seal up the reactor and subsequent issues, but I'm just trying to be safe instead of having to make a return trip. There we go. I was resuming the search for LifePod 6 and found it in very short order. Alright, there you are. What can we salvage from you? A PDA.
What are you doing? You were gone so long. I thought you drowned. Put the flare down. I was going to try and attract someone's attention. That's not a distress flare. Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Well, that sucks. And we've got another radio message. I wonder if it has to do with finding this one? Quartz. We actually should be stocking up on quartz while we're here. Oh wow, look at this. I mean, we gotta keep an eye on our oxygen, mind you. But yeah, this is all gonna be good stuff for when we start making sure our room has a view. There's that sea glide. In more complex areas like this, that map sure does come in handy. Back in with you. We gotta get to the Aurora. Here we are. This titanic wreck, just part of the landscape now. No different from anything else. Let's just leave our Seamoth and start hunting for cuttable doors, I guess. Actually, what do we have in the way of... Not the best place to do this, but what do we have in the way of replacement batteries? We can always take it out of the scanner if we need. Although, of course, I wouldn't like to. We're going to want to be at least somewhat stingy. I remember there was a cuttable door right here, so... For the moment, we do not need the habitat builder. Yes, don't waste the battery. I think I actually remember in early access this was really annoying because it was a lot more freeform and it was very, very easy to accidentally waste battery. That was almost 20% right there, so we'll call it 5 doors we can open. Let me through. Kind of cool how the piece we cut off was actually physics. Oh, wow. That room is in a bad way. Aurora black box data. Initiated slingshot maneuver around planet 4546b. High velocity energy pulse detected on planet surface. Energy distress signal sent to Altera listening buoy via long-range comm delay. Impact detected. Life pod bays on starboard side compromised. Outgoing communications compromised. Emergency evacuation initiated. Manual piloting transferred to Captain Hollister. Life pods 1 through 25 launched successfully. Entering planetary atmosphere. Massive impact registered. Drive core shield compromised. Emergency bouncebacks received from 8 life pods on planet surface. Human life signs detected over long range at T+8 hours. Human life signs detected over long range at T+8 hours. 1. Personnel unaccounted for. Non-essential systems maintenance chief Riley Robinson. Altera HQ rescue solution received at T+8 hours to high priority terminal and captain's quarters. Monitoring equipment failed at 13 hours. This is a rough space, but we really need to... we need oxygen. And there's a room up here. Down into the guts of this. Oh, wow. Oh, this is basically industrial cave diving. Oh, wow, look at all this. Okay, of course we're going to want to be really mindful of our oxygen situation and our battery situation. Avoid the electricity, because this is how electrified water works. Okay, we can breathe up here. What is this? Hang on. Let me up. Oh, we can fix that with the repair tool. Hang on. Yeah, these places are always full of just gear checks. Locker room. And hey, more flooding, so that's always cool. I don't know if there's a door there that we can get through with a fire extinguisher. Anything? Oh, can't open these lockers, as useful as that would be. Another door to cut. And the PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Alright, let's get out of here. Sweet offer. You're telling me you've been on this rig more than a year, and you never took a ride on the outside? Well now, you've only gone and gotten yourself a friend with the keys to a giant fricking robot suit. We've plain got nothing to do till we get Starside to work on the gate. You want to taste the stars, you've only got to say. My spare prawn suit's got your name on it. You don't know what power feels like till you've crushed an asteroid with your bare, heavily mechanically augmented hands. Want to play catch with a passing meteor? Come by cabin number 1. Code's 1869, because that's what year it is. Okay, what else have we got? There was another PDA right here. Mission Search and Rescue. Target, crew of the Mongolian vessel Degassi. We were supposed to look for them. Mongolian vessel, the Degassi, disappeared almost a decade ago, carrying with it a high-ranking Mongolian chief. Corporate insurance has purchased passage aboard the Aurora for emissary Kesar, and your orders are to make every reasonable effort to locate and retrieve the Degassi crew members, without compromising the primary mission. Confirming the fate of the crew will aid Altera's diplomatic efforts with the Mongolian councils. The Aurora is due to perform a slingshot maneuver around the planet approximately 13 months post-launch. This will bring the ship within range of the Degassi's last known position. Additional aquatic and all-terrain vehicles have been included in the Aurora's cargo package for this mission. Degassi crew manifesto has been distributed to senior employees in a separate message. So they weren't going to tell us about this until we were here. But why the secrecy? Okay, out with you. In with me. And we're just right back around to here, but you know what? That's actually really convenient. That makes traversal through this place a lot easier and safer. Oh, you need to be fixed with a repair tool. Okay, that's very doable. Oh, this is so exciting. Being able to piece this back together bit by bit. And what are you? Oh, a Seamoth fragment, okay. VR Sweet Log. Spawning players on beach. Player 1 has been washed away by an unusually high tide. Player 2 has traded a coconut with Player 3 for 10 credits. Player 3 has planted a coconut. Players are getting hungry. Player 3 has grown a coconut tree. Player 3 has eaten a coconut. Player 3 is no longer hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 for 30 credits. Player 2 has eaten a coconut but is still hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 in exchange for building a tent. Player 3 is sleeping inside their tent. Player 2 is cold. Night falls. A passing ship is offering trading. Player 2 has traded 30 credits for a musket. Player 3 has been shot twice in the head while sleeping. Player 2 wins. Player 2 has died from cold and starvation. The cycle of revolution. Ooh, Seamoth Depth Module Mark 1! Yes! Okay. Our Seamoth Bay is no longer a death trap. Well, sometimes things just work out, don't they? Yeah. We've got a nutrient block right here.
Vital signs.
Ah, this is so cool. We could also do with some titanium, as well as get this out of the way. Ooh, we could actually get, like, practically the whole Seamoth from this room, if we hadn't gotten it by now. Thing is, I can't imagine not having it already. But let's get back into the guts and see what we can cut open. Back here in the prawn bay. Okay, there's gotta be useful things here. If we can get close enough, can we scan you? Oh, we can. Just gotta try not to burn ourselves doing it. There we go, 1 of 4. I see several of you.
Picking up a faint black box signature, originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Okay, so more information to be found. 2. Do you count as an arm? No. But there is a storage module right here. Is that just for the prawns, or will that work for the sea moth? I can't quite get an angle on you, though. Here's a case where the propulsion cannon would probably help. More of you. We only need one more, and one of you will probably be able to help me do it. But if only I can get close. Maybe we'll have to disengage something to drop you? Nope! This is good enough.
New blueprint acquired.
Let me once again say, I feel like we're rocketing through this game. And I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, look, if we make unexpected progress, I am, of course, still going to continue exploring. But man, I feel like I'm going farther than I should already. Yeah, we could definitely use a fire extinguisher. More nutrient blocks, that'll keep us in the game a bit longer, and filtered water. Okay, well, that means we don't have to end this little trip anytime soon. Nutrient block, oh my god. Look, it's literally just, raiding the pantry has never been so great. I don't know how many people were meant to be here, but we're the only one eating it now. Which means we're eating good. What else is over here? These won't open. Cabin 1, 1869, right? See, I remembered. Although, that was not the correct button. Nope. It's happened. 6 hours of gameplay in, we have a bed! We've researched that technology.
Acquired.
And a blue cap, that's also mine. And a bag, oh my god, is this a Project Zomboid loot run? We can have shelves, we can have anything we desire. We're gonna have to build a vacation house.
New
Arcade
blueprint
Gorge
acquired.
toy. Unfortunately, we can't take it with us.
Integrating new PDA data.
Responsible autonomous relationships. All the good things in life are commodities. We trade love just as we buy and sell stock. We engage in human relationships when there's a fair exchange of value. Support, motivation, affection. Nothing good is ever free. If every physical good in the Federation came from a single supplier, it would constitute a dangerous monopoly. Personal relationships are the same. It's important for people to get what they need from multiple sources. If a person finds a better source of the goods they require, they are not wronging their original supplier by changing their purchasing arrangements. If one member of a relationship should feel threatened or jealous, they must look at their own business model and ask whether it's performing competitively. There's always room for improvement. I'm starting to think anything owned by this corporation deserved to be shot down. Oh, a single bed, if we'd like to have no room and be boring and stupid. Anything else?
New blueprint.
You know, I'm realizing our disinfected water is actually better than the filtered water. So that's kind of crazy. You there. And Captain's Quarters. Right, we received your password. What was it? 2679. 2679. It's really throwing me off that I have to push you in the middle of the cursor and not where the end of the finger is. Aurora miniature. Okay, well, we'll definitely be coming back for that. Captain's log. Size 1 player. Captain Hot Dog Hollister. Map, Boreal 9. Resources normal. You're exploring a quiet alien backwater when the ship you arrived here in implodes. It must be the arachnid kidney poachers. Quick, what will you do? Oh, it's like a text game. Farm alien plants. That's just what Craig McGill would do. After foraging for some hours, you've collected a number of potentially farmable foodstuffs. Which will you sustain yourself with? Starwall eggs. While the starwall eggs are nutritious, the life cycle of these vast spacefaring creatures is much too slow to sustain a farm. And besides, their mother is extremely angry with you. Accept your fate. Craig McGill knows there is no reasoning with a mother scorned. You are not so much torn apart as swallowed whole and disintegrated. The atoms that you thought were you are gradually redistributed in service of the Star Wars' continued survival. Would you like to continue? Nope, he rage quit. And that's how we'll remember him.
Integrating new PDA data.
Altera HQ, last recorded transmissions. The Neptune escape rocket. Nobody's coming for us, but we can save ourselves. That's insane. And, again, goes to show how much I don't remember. Is there a fire extinguisher? There is one over there. Hang on, single wall shelf. There's so many exciting finds here. Every time we come here, it's like somebody dropped a monolith that just propels us into the future. Today's menu. Oh my god, that's so much reading. Since their introduction to the interstellar vacuum in the 21st century, microscopic tardigrades, or space bears, have adapted and flourished where no other life forms have survived. Condensed into a smooth, nutty, protein-rich soup, they are the freshest local ingredient available to travelers on long-haul space flights. Cottage pie or nutrient block, rehydrated minced beef in its own gravy, served with a topping of mashed Chinese potato, picked fresh this morning from onboard grow beds, and a side of sautéed Chinese potato plant leaves. For the time-conscious consumer, the usual nutrient block options are available. They may be consumed cold or reconstituted at the on-site fabricator. Dried fruits and nuts. Unfortunately, a recent accident on Cargo Bay 3 involving the incorrect application of a repulsion cannon, in combination with a modified battery charger, resulted in the venting into space of all dehydrated desserts. Fruits and nuts will be the only available dessert for the next 39 weeks. Amazing. And sadly, I think I'm gonna have to do away with the hat. And some water. Cabin 7 is very on fire. I would like to see what's inside. Ow. These hitboxes are very strange, that's for sure. Another battery. And, a couple of batteries. Okay, I definitely want them. Altera Alms Pamphlet. Charity is an archaic concept which the realism of today's Alterans has rendered obsolete. We understand that we are each responsible for ourselves, but the best way to get the most for ourselves is to work together with Altera. The implication of this reasoning is clear. If someone is in need, they must find a way to be needed. Altera Alms is a training academy for those that need to be needed. We're not a charity because we don't ask for handouts. We prefer to think of ourselves as a philanthropic beneficence facilitation service promoting synergy between employer and workforce. AA operates on a lottery system. By investing any number of credits, you'll be entered into our prize draw. Larger investments yield higher chances of winning. Your credits will go toward training unskilled colonists in vital tasks such as maintenance and interpersonal skills. The colonists receive this training voluntarily and free of charge, on condition of a minimum contract with one of our investors on completion of their training. You're not really a person in this world. And we heard earlier, Altera is not any kind of monopoly. The figure they quoted earlier was owning something like 9% of phase gates, which means that there are probably a lot of other companies behaving much the same way. Corporate warfare has got to, literally exist in this universe, right? But in the meantime, our inventory is full, we've done a lot of exploring, I think it's time to get going. Let's dive down once more. Yep. And our Seamoth is right over there. Wow. Incredible how far we ended up from it, just diving directly down. But I have a treat for you. Where were your upgrade modules? Right here on the right. Which was it? The Seamoth Depth module and the storage module. Okay, I knew I remembered you having storage. How does one access that? And with this place rumbling all around us, we now find ourselves capable of descending to 300 meters in depth. thereby advancing our position greatly. There is so much more we're able to explore now. Hello guys, I'm ready to join your world. Let's see just how low we can go. And down here we are already starting to see some new plant life at the very least. And that's not all.
Passing 100 meters.
Oh right, we should probably put on our rebreather.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Yeah. What have you to tell me? Now you seem like you've got an electrical field surrounding you, and for that reason we don't want to get too close unless you, of course, you get too close to us. That can always be a problem. Oh, come on, you're really not going to scan me from there? Your tail doesn't count. Ow. Thank you. Okay, Ampiel. We never have to talk to you again. Cool. I'm glad we understand each other. I guess it's just as well to free up some inventory space. Now, what about these guys? Large bulb bush. Have I already scanned you? And there's no scan available for these pretty pink things on the bottom.
Detecting volcanic activity and several unusual electromagnetic signatures in the region. Exercise caution when diving deeper.
Oh, are you? Are you picking up strange electromagnetic activity? Ah, you're a freaking genius. Whoa. Ow! Will you leave me alone? I'm trying to enjoy the wonder of nature. I can't even see where there's that reef back. They're basically this game's equivalent to whales, it seems like. Which kind of makes me surprised that there's not a more direct analog to whales. But I guess that's the idea. It's a fantasy alien world. How's about we do a little bit of cave exploring? Again, we don't have the most light. Oh, you're something new as well. Tree leech. Alright, let's read about you. Parasitic fungus-like growth found attached to other life forms. An enzyme is released by the organism which dissolves a hole in the skin of the host, from which it leaches nutrients directly. Outer tooth-lined jaw serves no identified purpose. May be used during a different stage of the organism's life cycle. Assessment: exploitable fungal enzymes. Well, we didn't exploit it so much as just kind of killed it. Shanked it to death right here in its own home. Oh, I could definitely use some of your life-giving bubbles. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have 30 seconds of oxygen. Oh, actually, of course, the important thing now is that we not let ourselves get too turned around. We get lost in these caves and we'll find ourselves suffocating even with minutes to go. I believe there's ways we can get like a tether line that follows us through, and that's going to be real important actually. Please give us more. Thank you. This is actually, you know, it may not seem it, but this is actually extremely dangerous. This thing is our lifeline right now, otherwise we'd be dead already. Okay, we've got to swim out and down this way. So this being hidden is, well, it's exactly why it's like that. This was a good demonstrator of the dangers of cave diving. And honestly, the real thing is so much worse. Oh no. Oh no, this is not where I mean to be. Oh no, not at all! Okay, this is a much worse position than the one we just left. We need to get back there post-haste. Oh, good lord, how are we getting out of this? Maybe up here? No? Oh my god. I truly have no idea how I even got down here. I sure hope so. There we go. That's the least obvious one. Well, that was terrifying and would have ended a lot differently if it weren't for that oxygen fruit thing. Oh, hello. There's a shipwreck, and of course we need to check it out with our new tools. Oh, actually, what am I even doing? Lightweight high-capacity tank. What difference does that make? Oh, these are things that can only be done on the modification station. Lighter build allows for enhanced maneuverability. But the problem is we don't have the modification station. Perhaps we can do so from here. We just got to see one of you feed. That is so cool. We've got a scanner room fragment here as well. Now you're done, we're definitely going to want to build you, which means we don't need this other thing. Okay, let's have a look around and see if we can find a way into this guy. Is that a modification station fragment? Modification station sounds like the Schoolhouse Junction music video. It is. Ah! Okay, I would really appreciate it if you would stop actively trying to eat me. You're like the only one that's put in this much effort so far, and it's good to be wanted, but also tremendously annoying. Nothing here. Except for you, which I can't use, I guess? That door looks openable. And it comes out on the bottom. Oh no. We couldn't have made our way through here. Another mod station fragment. There we go. This is gonna set us forward eons. I mean, I'm super glad we found this when we did. It's always making me anxious when I can just hear all those huge creatures moaning outside. Even if I am pretty sure it's just reefbacks. It makes you... God. Alright, we need air. When this thing is all on its side like this, that's just yet another way. It's very easy to lose your orientation. There we go. Oh my god, stop breaking my stuff. Please stop killing me too! We have to come all the way back here? What did we lose? In general, I just can't stand it when games don't have a save system and instead have like a ridiculous respawn system. There's our stuff falling to the floor. Because it's just, to me, it's inherently unimmersive when your deaths are like canon to the save in that way. Alright, I don't know if anything else spelled, but we really need to get our oxygen up, and we need to get back in there and keep looking for mod station fragments. I think we might need one more. Let's go, and stop breaking my stuff, please. You should be saving periodically in the background. You should have manual saves so that I can save whenever I want and in as many slots as I want, and you should have a quick save key. Do all these things and you have objectively a perfect save system where there's never any problems, and I think most games have understood this for about 20 years. Why this literally just has manual saves, I have no idea. That aren't even tied to respawning, so I don't know. We need to keep looking around and try and complete the modification station.
Integrating new PDA data.
The charter. Okay, so I think this is what I was gonna try and cut into before. And modification station, we're about to get it. There we go.
New blueprint 30 seconds.
That's not a lot of time. Through here. Going through here. Where's the Seamoth? Okay, we left it down there. Come on now. Fill up our oxygen tank. And I guess save after every action, like I'm waiting for Vegas to crash or something. Ooh, hello, what are you? Well, this is very dangerous from an oxygen standpoint, but also potentially very useful. I've still got bubbles coming from somewhere within. Oh. What is this? Stasis rifle fragment. One of two. If we can find one more, we'll be good. Reinforced dive suit. Oh, I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I saw something about temperatures. Okay, and you there. So we have some sort of weapon. I'm guessing from the sound of it that you'll be able to freeze enemies in place. Alright, we've got to start looking for ways out. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, we gotta make our way up and through here and waste no time on these turns. Don't think a Sea Glide would be of much use down here. Yep. Out. Wait, are we in the right place? We are. Okay, thank you. I still had about a minute to spare, but I'm really scared of these things now. Okay, there may be more to find in here, but I want to take my stuff and go home. We had a very good day in terms of discoveries, and we need to start translating that into building. Thing is, I really... Go away, you jerk. Oh my god. Oh, great. Okay, dive, dive, dive. We do not need you guys around. Dive and try and get close to the terrain. That's all I can think to do. I saw your shadow. You're definitely coming for us. Ow. We do not need fish screwing us up at this time. I'm afraid to turn around, but what happens if we do? Okay, you've more or less left us alone. I feel like a jet defending a missile when I do that. Not that it would be of much help, but we can sort of see our base off in the distance. 100 meters really doesn't feel like much in this terrain. It makes all the difference in the world, and yet we're not going to be able to explore too much more. From here, it almost makes us look kind of like part of the alien architecture, which I guess is sort of what I was going for.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yay, we're back. And hopefully a bunch more of our batteries will have charged by now. If we take all the low batteries and replace them with full ones, and we did find a bunch, so that's good. We can just kind of swap those out for ones that are in here, and we'll be fine. That's 4 additional batteries, plus the ones that are in our thing. Meanwhile, how's you looking? Still full, so that's great. And we've got another radio message.
This is an automated distress signal from Life Pod 12. Coordinates attached. Warning, Life Pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, well, of course I want to go after that. Also, diving on our own, it's kind of funny how it's necessary for gameplay to allow us to be able to go out on our own, but it's just sort of weird and unintuitive, don't you think? The prawn suit could surely do it, but unfortunately it seems we need some materials we haven't even discovered yet. Ooh, the thermal blade cooks and sterilizes small organisms for immediate consumption. Okay, well, it's literally an electrically heated knife. That's pretty baller, but I'm not sure it's really something we need. Scanner room, we need some table coral, but otherwise it's doable. We just found so many different recipes. There's so much for us to do, but I think the modification station is going to be by far the most important for now. Before we do any searching, though, I want to read a couple of things. First of all, the eye, an extreme evolutionary adaptation where 90% of the lifeform's body mass is dedicated to the ocular cavity. Deep-set rings in the lens suggest specialization for identifying its predators in low-light environments, long before they come into attack range. It's incapable of fast movement. It's vulnerable to agile predators at close range. Shark species may have evolved hunting techniques to close on the eye unseen from above, below, or behind. This organism and the common peeper share a common evolutionary ancestor. While the eye has sacrificed maneuverability, it shares and enhances its cousin's powerful eyesight. The ancestral alpha peeper may have been one of the first lifeforms on 4546b to develop eyesight, many millions of years ago. Well, obviously I'm here to learn about Reginald, though. What is the deal with these guys? A small herbivore and a distant relative of the common peeper, sharing that species' well-developed side-facing eyes, approximate size, and body profile. So they kind of are the dominant lifeform around here, at least from what we've seen. Dull green coloration for deep water camouflage, luminescent tail coloration likely part of mating behavior. Filters algae and other plant material from water via 4 gill-like forward-facing orifices. They are very edible, so that's something to consider.
Welcome aboard Cal Systems Online.
We need copper. But first we're going to head out over in this direction, which will be by far the farthest we've gone in this direction, to try and find Life Pod 12. It's only sunk to 250 meters, which means we're probably gonna see some sort of shelf of the seafloor. It can't be as deep as what's immediately below us right now. I'm hearing many scary things all around. Oh. But that at least inspires a little bit of additional confidence. I do like how this game's progression does sort of keep you moving. It would be very easy to get overwhelmed in a game like this, but it definitely makes suggestions rather than orders at what you're going to be doing next. Okay, so this is another biome like the one where we were exploring that sunken wreck. Same weird electrical plant things on the bottom. Something very awful sounding behind me. Sorry, but that's kind of your fault for getting in the way. Yep, you guys are here too, and you will target the sea moth. I need to get another scan of you. Great. Tell you what, how about we leave that here? Hopefully you'll go for me and not the sea moth, because it's easier. Oh, we can scan you guys, but you're what I'm interested in. You getting caught in all this? Yep, you're by far the most aggressive predator we've yet encountered, and that's saying something. Yes, you stay stuck there, please. Thank you. No secret what did this pod in. Oh, look at the way this metal is bent outward. Yeah.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
You know, I think so too.
Integrating new PDA data.
This is the logical conclusion of the you won't always have a calculator in your pocket argument. Yep, come on. There we are. Sorry, just making constant saves now, because apparently this game can't be relied on to do it in any capacity. You've potentially got some upgrades. Anything that has modules for vehicles is definitely something I want to see. So let's cut you open. Things are definitely starting to turn on our favor. Right now, I'm keeping an eye out for diamonds and copper. That sounds like something's beating around the outside of this, trying to get at me. Something very electrical sounding. These guys are really making things difficult for me. Of course, food becomes super easy the second I start growing my own. But other than that, is there anything of use here? Well, there's certainly scary things out there, that's for sure. We can open this door. What are you? Water filtration machine, okay. Man, just give me all the things to completely negate survival. I mean, I'm not complaining. One and done.
New blueprint acquired.
The filtration system draws water unfit for human consumption from an external source, atomically splits it into its constituent parts, and outputs consumable liquid water and salts while disposing of any harmful byproduct. It can be built in any compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we've got a decent stock. Oh no, I really need to get back to the Seamoth and top off on air. Oh my god, hey, wrong room!
30 seconds.
Sorry, this isn't my hotel. Where's the Seamoth? Right there. Okay, let's skedaddle now. You guys are everywhere. There's a cave down here. I think we can safely assume that any caves we find around here probably lead down into those volcanic vents, right? This is not a space for this vehicle. But I'm still on the lookout for rocks, because it's so easy to forget how deep you are when you're in amongst the what looks like shallows. Oh, look at you. You'll get in anywhere you can fit. You're not just an edge of map thing. Oh no. Oh no, okay. Do we just surface? I don't know if you can chase us to the surface! I'd say that was worth the bump on the butt. Okay, are you still...
Seek fluid.
You're still out there, and that guy's there as well. Okay, the last thing we need right now is to be teleported out of the Seamoth. Let's go back to base. You know, swimming through schools of fish is not as majestic when they're splattering on your windshield like mosquitoes. Oh my god, it is so good to be back. We need to plan another trip to probably the kelp forests. We'll do it.
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to databank.
So maybe you're on the surface somewhere? Okay, I don't have a ton of time. I just need to get a whole bunch of copper right now. Hello. Sizable wreck here. Not that I can really do much with it right now, because I only have one more slot in my inventory, and that's really got to go to copper wire. If only I can find that last bit of copper. That is a cute little cave you've got going there. I love your place.
Detecting increased foreign bacterial levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
That doesn't sound good.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
Well, we may not be able to identify how it works, but we do have a name. Kara, or Kara, according to the terminals in the alien outpost. We've maybe... I don't know if this is actually going to start affecting us or not, but we should probably make it a priority to find that research facility. I think right here in front of the thing we can never build out of is probably a good spot for you. There we go. And we'll have a look at what we can make. Well, if we have enough lithium, we can definitely increase the air capacity. That would be helpful. But maybe we want to be more maneuverable instead? We could build the water filtration machine if we could just figure out what this aerogel actually is and how to make it. But I have no idea how to go about doing that. I guess we've just got to keep exploring wrecks and such. Well, look, we've got this upgrade. What are we waiting for? Let's see how deep this thing can go. Right in the spot we've always wished we could do it. Answer, like I said, it doesn't seem like all that much over here, but it will give us a much better shot at that wreck. Let's just do a quick flyover and see what we can do. Well, it looks like there's a collectible down there. We may have already gotten it. Careful not to drift too low. Yes, we've got you, but what we didn't have before was you. And it's just so cool. I mean, I do love a game that can make any new thing feel like an adventure. It's got this thing going for it where, yes, there's enemies, but it doesn't need enemies to be exciting. It can be quiet dangerous. Quiet dangerous, of course, in the sense of we don't worry about necessarily just getting eaten all the time, but sometimes it's just a matter of paying attention to your O2.
Please observe safety protocols CSP-21 before handling classified cargo.
Classified cargo. What were you hauling, sailor? Cyclops thermal reactor module. We're gonna have this thing fully upgraded before we even get it at this rate. You're not cut openable. Is that all for here? Also, what do you want to... Quilted double bed? Okay. Well, we definitely need to get ourselves a bedroom before this part is over. But what else is there? Maybe behind this door? Ooh, there's a... well, we need to get out of here, but
30 seconds.
There is a way through. Yep. Oh no, come on. Okay, so to maximize our time, we want to get down there right quick. There's nothing behind that door. With the sea glide, let me through. And where was it? Ah, right through here. Navigation is the challenge.
Seek fluid
Yeah,
intake.
Sea Glide probably not too useful in here. Here we go. And I suppose air pockets are going to be too much to ask for. Well, luckily for us, we've already got this, but are you... Oh, you're not the piece that I want. There's a certain arm we need that we do not have. And you're not cuttable. Are you? No. Yeah, okay. This would have been useful to us at one time, but right now it's not. And I will take this moment to say, I do appreciate the way this game approaches unlockables. By making it so that we have to find pieces in order to unlock the greater recipe, it makes it so that exploration is rewarded without necessarily forcing you to have to come across a certain thing. Like, a lot of games that are exploration dependent sort of end up in a situation where if you're missing anything, it just sort of halts progress dead until you look into it. In this case, you do have to explore still, but you have that freedom where in any direction you go, you'll be figuring out something. Or you will get what you need as long as you're moving. Something I've been meaning to do for a while now is come on land and see if there's anything we can enter on the cannon itself or even up on the mountain, because it has given us this path to follow. And it's got to be for a reason, right? Of course, whatever that reason is, it was probably meant to have happened a while ago. But that's alright. You stay out of my way, you guys. No, there is something here. Should I let you guys do the dramatic lighting, or do you want me to handle it? I know there's something behind me, but it looks like this way descends even deeper. Out of my way. Lithium. We need lithium. We need lots of lithium. Let's take it. Oh. Shale, more lithium. This all gotta be leading to something, right? I had no idea that there was such a huge supply right here on the island. Maybe for mid to late game materials, this is not as bad a base spot as I would have thought. But there's not going to be any climbing this, just ends in a little crab cave. So, other direction it is. It goes down at various points as well. This whole island is practically hollow. Insert ion cube. That must be what powers these things. Okay. We're going back to get this. From up here, it doesn't look like there's a way to enter, although there could be from around the other sides. Good thing I didn't try to dive off this cliff. I don't know if I can make it. Oh, it's not enough. Well, nope. Well, I guess this game didn't expect us to be taking a lot of fall damage. Okay, before we get started with the one in the mountain, what about you? Do you have a place where we can, well, place it? I'm not seeing one, or I suppose it would come out of the floor here, but it's not currently active. Okay, back to the mountain it is then. I assume this is a Stargate. I gotta assume it's for travel. Let's do it. Well, let's see where this takes us. What's happening to us? Wait. We're at the other island. It goes between islands. Okay, well, that makes things substantially easier for us. Oh, that's literally like clear from one side of the map to the other, at least as we know it. Oh my god, we've got to start activating more of these. It's literally fast travel. It takes a tremendous amount of energy. I don't think we're going to be able to synthesize those cubes, but if we can find some more, and we do have 2 more. Well, that's 2 more gates, right? I mean, actually more than one. It seems like each one has a sort of tether. Like, for example, this one did not have a slot where we could place it, neither does the one above our base. But the one on the mountain did, and it ignited this one as well. I'm guessing then that each one has a counterpart. So, 2 for the price of 1? Alright, back we go. Ooh. I must have taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Look at this! I wonder how deep that is, or if we could get a sea moth in here, but that's... Alright, we'll just have to make a note of that for later. We are gonna need far more quartz if we're to undertake the projects I would like to undertake. So there is some, and there's some more. Whoa. I mean, I find myself saying that a lot in this game. I mean, you'll be in the middle of going about your business, trying to salvage resources, and then you just hear something, turn around, and whoa. Thank you, just taking your quartz, don't care. I got plans for this stuff. We're gonna need lots of glass. Now, where would be a good spot for our expansion? I'm thinking right off of the multi-purpose room. There we are. But I'm not finished yet.
Unless constructed with a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are imprudent for survival purposes.
Shut up, nerd. We of course want a quilted double bed, and if we can just spin that right around. Yep. There we go. Oh right, we have to make the fiber mesh. I'm sorry, wait, dramatic music, hang on, I was in the middle of crafting something. Okay, now we can finish you. And just like that, we have what is essentially a literal safety bubble. At night, suspended over the blackness. Ooh! But it's only now I realize we get a laser light show in the sky. If we put some doors here, maybe we can block the light from the base itself and just look at all that bioluminescent life moving by. And us safe in our bed all the while. Getting to sleep will be no problem here. Well, unless we do it on our wetsuit, that might be a little bit irritating. And in the morning, a completely different sight greets us. This is what this game is all about. And I like to think I'm safe in here. Or at least that maybe their reflection on the glass will keep them from noticing us, but well, I guess we'll find out in time, and if not, we'll die comfy. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.